Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. Let's do the whole darn weekend. Saturday, the 26th day of January, is National Green Juice Day. Ooh. Green juice doesn't really sound good, but I know it's probably good for you, right? National Spouses Day. Ooh, spouses. Oh, they're good for you, too. Oh, wait, you're my spouse.
Some are better than others.
I know. I'm kind of a pain in the butt lately. Yeah. National Peanut Brittle Day. I used to really like peanut brittle, and then I've gone to this point where I'm like, it's not my thing.
I've never really cared for it.
When I was
much.
a little kid, I liked it. It was like basically eating a whole mouthful of sugar, you know. And then National Seed Swap Day, Saturday. Sunday, by the way, National Chocolate Cake Day. So for those of you who like chocolate cakes, there you go. Sunday, the 27th, would be your day to eat a chocolate cake. Got a guest coming up. He is America's Money Answers man, Jordan Goodman, joining us for the weekend program. We've never had him on the weekend program before. So
We've not.
We are super excited to chat with him. Going to see what we can do to help you get your financial life in shape, or at least give you some info. It's all on the way on the John and Heidi Show.
Want a good laugh to start every day? We do, and you can too. Be sure to follow WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com on Facebook. Every morning we send out our Weird Gift of the Day. You don't even have to buy anything. You can just follow our page and laugh at the bizarre real gift items we find and share every morning. And maybe you can share them with your friends who have a good sense of humor too. We have a link to make it easy to find us at WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Time now for surveys and studies and such. 6 in 10 Americans say 2019 is their year to get in shape. But over 2 in 5 Americans feel too old to work out, with 41 officially being the age Americans feel too old to exercise. Oh, hey, good. I'm off the hook then. I'm older than that. It says here, turns out, it's only a multiple of barriers to exercise that Americans face. According to the study by one poll, whatever that is, not having time took the first prize, and 42% said that time is the biggest reason they fail to work out. Yeah, for me, I'm going to say time. That's what it is. It's not because I just don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's that we don't want to do it.
It's time.
We have the time. We have the access to it. We
got
lack the motivation.
A nice little fitness center that we're already paying for. It's part of our, our package of what we're doing.
We just lack the motivation.
I'm like, we actually walked by there one day, and we had just
peeked in the window.
Yeah, looked in. I was like,
I was exhausted.
We just finished eating lunch. I was like, man, we should go in there and walk sometime. Not now, of course, 'cause, you're not supposed to exercise on a full stomach.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing. This is surveys and studies and such. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Cable and dish companies keep jacking up their rates. Join the cable cutting revolution with ChannelSurferTV.com. Watch TV with no monthly fee. Our DVR lets you record shows and pause live TV with no monthly fee. Want to stream movies? We have a device for that too. It works with Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and many other streaming platforms, so you can cut the cable and save a ton of money every month. Learn more at ChannelSurferTV.com. That's ChannelSurferTV.com.
And this is your Brain on Drugs. Policeman broke into the Stark County Fairgrounds in Ohio and released more than a dozen race horses, including one that later died when it fell through some ice. That's not good. 28-year-old man facing multiple charges, including breaking and entering, inducing a panic, and drug possession. Oh, shocker. He wasn't thinking clearly.
What a jerk.
Yeah, he released 15 horses at 5:30 in the morning on Monday, telling responding officers the animals, quote, wanted to be free. Mm-hmm. Horses ran along the city streets, throughout neighborhoods, couple hours, and they were rounded up. One horse, sadly, fell through the lake, the ice, at Myers Lake.
That's awful.
And drowned. President of the Stark County Agricultural Society, which operates the fairground, says the remaining horses were returned to their barn, and they had a veterinarian come in and make sure they're okay. So this dude, who was on drugs at the time, thought that would be fun, but it is a bad idea.
What a jerk.
Yeah, don't do that. That is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. The Bachelor has two contestants who already competed against each other on another thing. They were both part of the Miss USA pageant, but they're no longer friends. So they used to compete on that show. Now they're competing on this show. So there you go. Anne Hathaway says she's giving up drinking for the next 18 years while her son is growing up. Wow, that's quite a commitment. I'm proud of you. That's cool. She's like, till my son is 18, no more drinking for me. Then when he turns 18, I'm getting drunk. So there you go. And supermodel Elle Macpherson revealed that she's never gotten plastic surgery to preserve her figure because she stays on a plant-based diet. I tried that once. That plant-based diet.
You've never tried that.
I tried that one day for like 4 minutes. It's not for me. And the Oscar nominations were announced Tuesday with Roma and The Favorite leading all of the films with 10 Oscar nominations each. Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper both nominated for their acting in A Star is Born. This is the time of year where you see all your friends pretend like, oh, yeah, I loved Roma and The Favorite. Those are
I don't know what either of those are.
No, me neither. But there's several movies that have been Oscar nominees, and then everybody's talking about them like they've been out to see them. I'm like, you haven't even seen them. Who's in it? What's the story
What's
about?
it about?
I'm gonna call you on that.
You liar.
Yeah. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
Every day, approximately 23 U.S. military veterans take their own lives. Big Paws Canine Foundation is helping to decrease that number, providing service and companion dogs to our disabled veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Partnering a hero with a specifically trained dog significantly reduces the incidence of suicide, and your support makes all the difference. Find out how you can help our American heroes. Join the pack at BigPawsCanine.com.
Now, your scoop of the day brought to you by FunkyMonkeyShirts.com, with shirts even funkier now. And even monkier now. No, not really. It's just the same thing. I just thought it would be fun to say that. Oreos now are funkier and monkier because they are selling a new cookie with triple the amount of filling as a regular Oreo. Have you seen them?
I've seen them.
It looks gooey and mushy.
It looks disgusting. I don't even like the double stuffed Oreos, so I wouldn't want them like triple stuffed.
This is triple stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that.
It is. What is
I
it
like
called?
regular Oreos, just not the ones with too much of the crap in the
I
middle.
had the name of the. I don't know what it is. I've got a link to it on Amazon. They're on sale there. I thought I had the name of it, but I don't see that now, so I might have deleted that. I was going through trying to clean up my notes, Heidi. Sometimes I clean up too much. Major study of 1,600 people, 16,000 people, led doctors to believe that taking a daily aspirin is, quote, not worth the risk. The study found that people who do take a daily aspirin each day, daily, every day, daily, they increase their chances of major bleeding by daily taking aspirin each day, daily. Yeah, so don't do that because 16,000 people and their doctors agree. Doctors have also decided that, or declared rather, that a measles emergency, they had to declare that in a town just outside of Portland, Oregon. So there's a measles outbreak? It's 2019, right? Not 1919? I thought that we've kind of been done with that for a long time, but apparently not. Well, an Indiana mayor by the name of Peter Buttigieg, I'm probably saying that wrong. How would you say it? Buttigieg. How would you say that?
I don't know.
Well, we're going to probably all learn it because this Indiana mayor, Pete, I'm not sure how you say his last name, has launched his long shot bid to become America's first gay president. So I'm sure we're all going to learn. I've got a link to that if you want to see it from the Wall Street Journal. We're all going to probably hear that name a few times. And then one last story here, but we're going to take some time on this one. A Florida woman was arrested after she pulled a gun on a hair salon owner because her appointment started late.
Oh!
Witnesses say the woman was scheduled to get married that weekend, and that's why this happened in Florida. Funny thing is, most places in the world, you're like, wow, I can't believe that happened. In Florida, it's like, well, how late was she? I mean, what are we talking here, 5 minutes, 10 minutes? I mean, at a certain point, it's like, yeah, of course. So can you imagine?
She probably won't be getting married this weekend.
Well, I don't know exactly what's going on. But, again, Florida woman arrested for pulling a gun on a hair salon owner because her appointment started late. I can understand the frustration of being late. You know, I've had things where, what are you laughing about?
Nothing.
Because I'm late for things?
Yeah, I was going to say, so can almost everybody who's ever had to meet with you.
And here's the thing. I'm never more than like 5 or 10 minutes late.
Whatever.
When have I ever been more than
Repeatedly.
that? No.
Yeah.
No. Usually, if my goal is to be there at like 1 o'clock, I'll get there at like 1:05-ish. Or 1:10-ish?
Okay.
Is 1:10-ish a thing? I stay within reason. I've never been like an hour late. When is the latest I've ever been? You're giving me funny looks over there.
I'm not
They don't
even. I'm not
translate
going
to
to
the
argue
radio.
with you on the radio. There's
you're
no
talking
point.
about the times that I've been late to pick you up for things. Okay. I once abandoned my wife at a Walmart.
For hours.
I didn't-
Hours.
I didn't mean to. Here was the thing. I said, hey, when you're done, call me. And then what I didn't realize is my battery on my phone was dead. I was sitting there talking to this dude that I'm meeting with, and I'm like, man, I can't believe it's taking her this long. And then I go to look at my phone, I push the button, and the screen is dead. I'm like, oh, no, my battery's dead. And so am I.
Yeah.
I got back. Heidi was ready to shoot me. Luckily, she wasn't hanging with this lady who pulled a gun on a hair salon owner for her tardiness. She definitely would have used hers on me. This is today's Scoop of the Day. Thank you for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
At FunkyMonkeyShirts.com, we want to remind you it's never too early to start thinking about Valentine's Day. And what says I love you better than awesome matching fun t-shirts? Get something for your sweetie and for you. We have several his and hers t-shirt designs to choose from at FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. Let the world know how much you love one another and wear your heart on your sleeve. Well, at least on your shirt. With a little help from FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. That's FunkyMonkeyShirts.com.
Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. About once a month, we connect with Jordan Goodman. He is America's Money Answers Man, and we always get updated on all things financial. We got Jordan on the line right now. Happy New Year, sir. Thanks for joining us. How are you?
Same to you, John. Happy New Year to you and all the listeners.
You know, I can only say this like once a year, but boy, I haven't talked to you since last year, so it's
That's right.
probably not funny anymore this late in the year. So what kind of cool stuff are we going to talk about today, Jordan?
People have celebrated Christmas in a really big way. We had overall holiday spending was up about 5% over the previous year, but online spending was up about 20% because people were buying things on Amazon and not going to the malls as much in the past. So that's good for the economy, but it also meant that people took on a huge amount of credit card debt. I think when we get to the numbers, we're going to find out that consumers added about $50 billion in new credit card debt in December alone.
Wow, $50 billion with a B.
$50 billion with a B, that's right. And in many cases, at very high interest rates, at 18 or 22 or 25%, really, really high interest rates. And now if people don't have the money to pay those bills, they're going to be revolving balances at very, very high interest rates. So I just thought we'd talk a little bit about things people can do if they've got a lot of credit card debt from the holidays left over. The first thing is to get better credit cards. They don't have to be paying 18 or 22 or 25 at all. There are loads of cards if you got decent credit with much lower interest rates, typically 9, 10, something like that. Here's a free website to find out the best deals, guide2creditcard.com. And depending on what your needs are, you might want to get the lowest interest credit card. There are 0% bounce transfer offers you could do. You can get rebates, like 5% cash rebates on a lot of different cards. Frequent flyer miles. Depends on what you want, John, as to what's best for you.
I think it was last month I was talking to you about that because I said, maybe we should start looking for different cards because the ones that we have, I think, were the ones that, they sent us something and we did it. And you said those are usually not the best cards.
Well, they're the ones typically that have the highest interest rates, the highest annual fees, the shortest grace periods. I mean, they're paying for all those millions of mailings by charging you more money one way or the other. So if you just take a small amount of initiative and go get what's right for you, and different cards are different for different people, you can do yourself a really good favor and go forward without having this huge amount. If you do a balance transfer from a high-interest card to a 0%, you're going to pay a fee, typically maybe 3 or 4%. But after that, you got 0% for a year or longer, and that can save you a ton of money. So that's the first thing, guide2creditcard.com. The second thing you can do is if you've got a lot of credit card debt and you really can't or don't want new credit cards, go to a non-profit credit counseling place because they will get you rates you can't get on your own, typically 6, 7, 8%, something like that. You do what's called a debt management plan, DMP, and they will consolidate all that debt into one at the lower rate and help you get out of debt much quicker than you ever possibly could on your own. My favorite national place is called Cambridge Credit Counseling. Their website, cambridgecredit.org. Their phone number, 800-897-2200. They've been doing this for over 30 years, and they've already got deals with Chase and Bank of America and Citibank and Wells Fargo and all these places to get your rates, as I said, much lower than you could ever get on your own. So you have a bunch of cards at 18 or 22 or 25 or whatever it may be. You combine them all into one debt management plan at, 6, 7, 8%. Now, even if you make the same payment, you're paying principal instead of interest, and probably your payment will be lower, and it's considered a neutral in your credit score. So again, if that helps any of you folks, CambridgeCredit.org, 800-897-2200 to get this holiday down under control a little bit.
And I'm going to throw a link in our show notes to make it easy to find all the information we just talked about. I'm also going to put a link to one of your books here, Master Your Debt. That's probably a good one for this similar subject that we've been talking about, where they could go through and, Jordan's literally written the book on this subject, so I'll throw a link to that too.
Great. Yeah, there's a lot of things there on how to improve your credit score, just all kinds of ways of improving your credit. I like you to be a master of your debt instead of being a victim. A lot of people are victims of their debt, and there's a big difference in your life if you can master it instead of being a victim of it.
Well, Jordan, thank you again for taking the time to visit with us. It's nice that you do this every month, and we always kind of get some good information. And I've had many people that say they really look forward to this break when we talk to you, because it gives them some ideas on what they can be doing to improve their financial future.
Well, I appreciate it, and this year particularly, there's going to be a lot of challenges, but a lot of opportunities. And getting your credit card debt down is certainly one big opportunity.
Well, thank you again, sir. You have a great day.
Thank you, John.
Again, Jordan Goodman. He is America's Money Answers man. His website, moneyanswers.com. But I'll throw that with all of the other stuff we talked about in our show notes at johnandheidishow.com.
Cable and dish companies keep jacking up their rates. Join the cable cutting revolution with ChannelSurferTV.com. Watch TV with no monthly fee. Our DVR lets you record shows and pause live TV with no monthly fee. Want to stream movies? We have a device for that too. It works with Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and many other streaming platforms, so you can cut the cable and save a ton of money every month. Learn more at ChannelSurferTV.com. That's ChannelSurferTV.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Walt Disney World in Florida. Have you heard of that place, right?
Yes.
They generate about 120,000 pounds of garbage every single day. Did you know that? It's a lot of garbage. So it's all the people eating all the stuff there. Remember, we went to that place, Walt Disney World in Florida.
We did. I won't go back.
Why not? Just wasn't your thing?
No.
I thought it was kind of cool.
It really wasn't.
When we went there, our son was way too young, and our daughter wasn't born yet. She was in you. You were pregnant at the time.
Yeah.
So that's why you didn't have the great experience.
But
I know a lot of people that love the place.
Oh, yeah, I do too, and they're fanatical
I've got a
about
sister-in-law that goes there like 4 times a year. So 120,000 pounds of garbage every single day. It's today's fun fact on the John and Heidi Show.
At FunkyMonkeyShirts.com, we want to remind you it's never too early to start thinking about Valentine's Day. And what says I love you better than awesome, matching fun t-shirts? Get something for your sweetie and for you. We have several his and hers t-shirt designs to choose from at FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. Let the world know how much you love one another. And wear your heart on your sleeve. Well, at least on your shirt. With a little help from FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. That's FunkyMonkeyShirts.com.
Time now for the Fear This segment, where we talk about fun with phobias. So, Heidi, tell me, do you think you know what lictophobia is? Let me see here. Liticaphobia. So, liticaphobia.
Liticaphobia. No, I don't. What is it?
Think about litigious.
Oh, lawsuits.
Yeah, fear of lawsuits.
Yeah, so I think everybody has that, don't they? If you don't, you should.
I know some people that kind of like it, actually. There are people who kind of look forward to that. Like, they're sue happy. They want to sue people.
Oh, it's awful.
We were recently involved in a lawsuit. We had to sue somebody. We'd never sued anybody in our life. We had to. It was awful.
It's absolutely
terrible.
awful.
We won, and it was still awful.
It was awful.
I don't ever want to do that again, because I have liticaphobia. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Want a good laugh to start every day? We do, and you can too. Be sure to follow WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com on Facebook. Every morning we send out our Weird Gift of the Day. You don't even have to buy anything. You can just follow our page and laugh at the bizarre real gift items we find and share every morning. And maybe you can share them with your friends who have a good sense of humor too. We have a link to make it easy to find us at WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. I'm going to talk about a man who was arrested on Christmas Eve, Heidi. Christmas Eve.
Okay.
Because he was trying to sneak a snake onto a plane. Wasn't there a movie called Snakes on a Plane?
Yes.
And Samuel Jackson.
But it was multiple snakes.
It was multiple snakes. Well, this was just one snake. This happened in Germany. A man, 43-year-old man, was trying to catch a flight to Israel. Instead of catching the flight, he caught the attention of the security workers at the airport when they said, "There's something moving in his pants." What is that? And it was a boa constrictor, a 15.7-inch long boa constrictor. And they're protected in that area where you're not supposed to be bringing those in and out. He didn't have paperwork. This was an unlicensed snake.
Okay.
And the snake got to go to an animal rescue, a reptile rescue place, and the man got to go to jail. They killed him. No, they didn't really. He went to jail. He got fined is what he got. I wonder if he got to go to Israel.
I don't know.
When they take your snake away, do you have to stay or do you get to go?
I don't think you get to go on your currently planned trip, but
don't
maybe at a later date.
Do you get a refund for that ticket? Probably
no.
not.
No, not when it was your own fault.
All right, so don't be sneaking no snakes, because if you sneak
I wonder if travel insurance covers that sort of thing.
You might get
I
skunked.
was arrested. Will you cover the refund of
No.
my ticket?
You didn't have a ticket for the snake, so no. I don't know how it goes. This is today's Weird News. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. A Utah man faces multiple counts after police say he faked being hit by a truck.
Oh.
He had previously reported concerns about semis cutting the corner. According to probable cause statement, a large group, including a bunch of sheriff deputies, 2 Utah Highway Patrol officers, and an ambulance, and the first responders, they were all called out when a 33-year-old man by the name of Jeremy Sharp reported that he had been struck by a truck. Sharp told the police, "I'd been hit by a tanker truck hauling milk. And the previous night, I'd been hit by a tanker truck hauling gasoline."
Oh, my goodness. 2 days in a row, huh?
EMTs examined Sharp from head to toe, found no signs of trauma. They did not indicate if he was in any pain, but they say that the patrol vehicles and everybody that was there, they did arrest him for falsely reporting to 911. He immediately began pulling away despite being ordered to stop, resisting. He's charged with, in the 1st District Court, with falsely reporting an emergency, a 3rd-degree felony. So don't do that. So he basically called them and said, "Hey, these guys are cutting this corner. This is dangerous. Somebody should do something." And then nobody did anything. And then he said, "Hey, I got hit by a truck. And I got hit by a truck last night, too." No, I don't think so. Yeah, it didn't work out. But certainly helped him become today's moment of duh.
Every day, approximately 23 U.S. military veterans take their own lives. Big Paws Canine Foundation is helping to decrease that number, providing service and companion dogs to our disabled veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Partnering a hero with a specifically trained dog significantly reduces the incidence of suicide, and your support makes all the difference. Find out how you can help our American heroes. Join the pack at BigPawsCanine.com.
Now your dad joke of the day. We're winding down. I'm going to use the ones that we have because the people had sent these in, so I'm certainly going to use these. But the dad joke of the day is going away.
Okay.
Because they're not getting any better. How about this one, though, Heidi? My friends wanted me to go extreme camping with them. But I said no, it sounded too intense for me.
Oh, man. Man.
Oh, boy. Nobody's asking why dad jokes is going away, by the way. We've had other things that we got rid of, and they're like, "Hey, why did you quit doing this?" Not a single soul has said, "Why are you getting rid of dad jokes?" As a matter of fact, I think some are saying, "Why didn't you get rid of this sooner?" All right, this is your dad joke for today. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of The John and Heidi Show is brought to you by The John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying The John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
Now some good news coming your way, courtesy of WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Take a listen to this. This is really, if you really want the best full effect, you can click the link in our show notes because there's a video. We're not going to watch the video because it doesn't make a lot of sense to watch a video on the radio because you can't really see that. But I'll tell you what the video is. Here's a headline. Watch Golden Retriever lead ambulance through a maze of alleyways to save his owner. So here's the story. Paramedics have very difficult time locating their patient if it hadn't been for a devoted Golden Retriever who was waiting to show them the way. So this dog in China is kind of like Lassie.
You gotta love dogs. I just love dogs.
Chinese emergency crew received a call about a garbage man who had collapsed in a residential alleyway in Yuchang, Shanix province. As the ambulance rushed the narrow alleyways, a Golden Retriever appeared in front of the vehicle. Instead of moving out of the way, it started to lead them in the direction of its collapsed owner. You can watch the dash cam footage as the dog anxiously looks over its shoulder several times to make sure they're still following.
Yeah.
And then it picks up speed and runs through a maze of alleyways.
Amazing.
Thanks to the dog's clever hand in the rescue, they were able to find the man in time and bring him in for treatment. How cool
that is that? So incredibly
now,
cool.
For the young people out there that have never heard of Lassie before, what you need to understand, Lassie was a dog that would do the same kind of thing. It was just a TV show, though.
Right.
This dog is in real life. And speaking of animals that help, there's a movie that just recently came out, and you're going to be able to see it soon. My beautiful bride was actually in this movie. You did a good job, Heidi.
Oh, why? Thank you.
I was in the movie, too. I did not do a good job.
Yes, you did.
No,
everybody did. I think the whole cast did a fantastic job.
It was so much fun. But we will be posting some more information about that, and we're going to do some interviews with some of the other cast members. It was just a silly, fun little project.
Yeah.
It was called Deary.
Yeah.
But we'll talk more about that here in the future. But I just thought, when I was reading this, I was like, oh, it's like Deary. But it's a dog. Oh, yeah, I guess it's like Lassie, which we based Deary on. All right, time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.